It's like, you can't possibly understand how much we put into this. Years of dedication and hard work don't necessarily mean a payoff or a happy ending as the final result nowadays. This shit is high risk. The average kid don't get enough cash to buy an SP or even 1200s or a tape deck, and not to mention the fact that nobody even wants to be a DJ or a producer nowadays. Lost art forms mean lost history, and we're losing our history real fast. We're putting this shit back in a straight line though. We're gonna take this shit back. It's gonna be ours once again. For every kid who ever rode a rhyme, or body rocked, or scratched, or bombed a train, we're gonna take this shit back real soon. This shit belongs to us. It's rightfully ours, and Independence Day is coming soon, motherfuckers. We calling all out war. So, all them fake motherfuckers who's claiming they're real, claiming they're hard, claiming everything, you better guard it, 'cause it's falling.
So let the rain fall down upon my face. I can feel the agony of others. My brothers looking for the truth. As a true strength come from self, cannot be faced by the faint at heart. The tainted art, delusional in its true form. The weak shall inherit the earth unless the meek rise to the task at hand. But first, ask the man in the mirror. You in command of self, or for self in command of you? The simple mission, life's acquisition, all for one with no division, or remain mentally imprisoned, weak but efficient to goal. Strategies beyond boundaries to overcome with power and ease. In time of need, no time to bleed. We still walk along the simple path. Recreate to create what we create, the simple task. But ask yourself, who be the self, who be the other? And true self's the self you discover. When you uncover yourself, you recover. And as you recover, you see the struggles of your brothers, lost within common ground. Help the lost to be found above ground. The underground is rotten, filled with snakes off its cotton. The righteous man forgotten among screw faces and lick shotten. We body blocking all brain blows that they throw, 'cause one with knowledge of self already knows the pros and cons of jealousy, mimicry and trickery. Attacks the system quicker than leprosy. But we can see which path and which route, necessity and what necessities to do without. What hand do you trust? The one with gold or the one without? What man do you trust? The one with gold or the one without? You know the lessons already, held within the pit of your guts. The quest for material wealth could drive you nuts. If ands or buts about it, simply doubt the doubts that you doubted. And when the clouded vision becomes unclouded, then you'll know that you found it. Dumbfounded be the brain state, so work with the clean slate. Lesson number 6, don't ever take from your brother's plate. Embrace your fate, reciprocate the love of life, and recreate to recover, to recover.
going. But I think next time we should use TDK tapes. After that last shit. Dimension 6, Genesis, Chapter 1, here's where it started. Low income gives art forms to the broken-hearted, the misguided. In 6 lives the pain subsided, guided by forces beyond common control. Along the path the 6 felt the wrath of numbers, so-called innovators, invention of slumber, while we worked to create the 10th wonder. But while we tried to create, every step turned out to be a mistake. We took a break and let our own intuition guide us, faced the mirror, made the mission inside us. In our ventricles pumping through the capillaries, now through all these eyes all we see is wannabes. It's like a disease. No effort is the cure, with no man to prey on, then disease will die for sure, my mind be sure. I know the cost of pleasure, when it's gone it's like you lose the treasure. These 6 men will quest on forever, work past time or leisure, drastic measures may soon be in order to escape the clutches of... Stagnation is damnation. It starts here, the recreation, reinvention of the forms beyond comprehension. We already been on.
Find myself back upon the north face, looking upward to reward. Put my body in the mode that it takes to move forward through the 4th ward. The 5th ward approaches rapidly. I walk through the tunnel. Savages are laughing at me and throwing stones. Not calling names to break my bones. I quest on the reward to see the king upon his throne. I quest on. As I approach the sunlight in the distance, suddenly it disappears. My heart pace quickens with fear, and I can see my gear disappear to match the sunlight. Something ain't right. I work too hard for this. My partner's suddenly accomplice. How can I accomplish my trip without the hardware? I look near and far, but stare into nothingness. Suddenly, a sack of Buddha blessed cess appears into my immediate atmosphere, and everything's clear. Another test. Can I regress the temptation assess? In any other circumstance, I put the smoke into my chest, but in this case, the circumstance has no relevance. I quest on with benevolence, turn face and quest on. The tunnel light appears and I embark once again. While I pretend to be a savage, I don't have to defend myself. Walking through the gate, a snake in sheep's clothing forever. Loathing my endeavor, mental showing cleverness. I walk through the hole, my soul feeling full and in control. Put my best foot forward and continue to stroll. I can see the mountaintop way off in the distance. I quest on with persistence, we quest on. Initially they tried to treat me with inequity, but technically I'm surgically advanced. You see this microchip here in my neck. If you can't, you better grab your tech, because a wreck appendages, not expendable. The immune system unsusceptible. The future of hip-hop is in my hands, and I'm dependable to carry the weight of savages and animals. Beware the cannibals standing, guarding the gates, cause sickle cell anemia attacks someone with blinded mind states. All superficial, these MCs' goals are based on the artificial intelligence. No hesitance on my part to murder for the sake of my art's advancements. So perpetrate while you underrate, recreate the state of lyrical enhancement. The next plane in the train of thought, the marketing that cannot be bought. Just look how long we fought for a piece of these crumbs. It's time to release the teeth from the gums. Too many reasons for me to unleash the spirits of Armageddon, and number one is for the sake of bloodshed. The whole world will feel the changes when the life support rearranges. Can't you see we wear the gauntlets of the dauntless? I know a bitch will wither and die, and not a tear will drop from his eye when I evaporate to dehydrate and make the sun fall to fate into the hands of the sickening state. These empty plates will be full soon after the sun falls. Afternoon with the rising of the moon, the sky envelops darkness, and pupils open wide to adjust the contrast and sharpness. Bear witness to my form of physical fit. Twist genes up like multiple sclerosis to manufacture soldiers for the armies of cataclysm, to reinforce the stereotypes of mysticism. I got a magic crystal for everybody, hold it close to your brain. Have you ever transformed life without pain? I doubt it. Sick bitches with cavities, looking ill from lack of sunlight. Bags under their eyes, not deadly venoms. Listen to the sparrows sing, baby, we can cuddle. The sun will come out tomorrow in 9 months to be exact. With wide open gaping wounds in the flesh infected by the first specks of dust we suspected. Unprotected, infected, unprotected, infected. Cycles of self-disrespectment. We'll just chop that baby up, throw it in the river, wait for the welfare truck to come in. Hope take a look and ill husband with an empty can of beer. You better beat that bitch better than that. Blacken up her eyes and use her reputation as your doormat. Those children ain't even yours, so who's responsible? Free trips to hospitals, memories of hostels for you. No proof, no confrontation with the truth of conscience. Poison up your body till unconscious. Wake up, apologize, preposterous, until the pressure points you up with corrosion of society's norms. It's all warm when it rains in California, and she comes back to you for round 2 and round 3. Divorce and get her in the ring again. Break her heart so she will never sing again. Turn the other way when walking down the stairs late at night, and children think it's right when the jaw is hit by the right. Ill corrections, 45 cold protections. Infections, rape a child, no memory, no resurrections. It's all too fucked up. And even if she took you back with 100 needle tracks and slapped you in the face, you didn't have the right to hit her back. Now watch your back when you're sleeping. You might be choking on your semen in sick life. Reflections of my
You right, man?
Alright, Dream, bro. Dream.
What's up, man? Tell everybody who you are, man.
Yo, alright, fresh, like some old school Oakland, like way back, like 84, original BSK. BSK was the original crew in Oakland, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, tell them how you spell fresh.
P-H-R-E-S-H, with the P-H, accent, you know.
Of course, like, were y'all influenced at all by Subway art?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, who didn't?
Anybody who says they wasn't is lying their motherfucking ass off around the motherfucking world, because everybody was biting off that shit. But it comes to a point to where you start knowing what the fuck you're doing, and you start flipping your own styles, you know what I mean? And you also got to remember, you know, it's cool if you have respect for where all that shit came from. You always got to know where all that shit came from. I think it's wrong when you don't know where the shit came from, man, and you steadily biting off of books and shit like that and pictures out east and shit, and you don't give dap to where that shit came from,
without
and
even
you
trying
think
to
you all that.
where it came from, you know, the great Zapper, Donji, Lee, you know, all the motherfuckers paved the way. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing what we doing.
They kind of like used to, you know, kind of bunch all of California writers together.